Hi all, here's a quick tutorial on how to create the invitation to send to our reviewers coming up on Thursday or Friday. So to create a new invite to go out to these for a meeting, you'll go to your main screen here in Zoom and click on to the plus here to schedule a meeting. I'm just going to click on that. You can just go to schedule a meeting, will be fine. And it will bring up, you can give it a title here for whatever you'd like to put into it. You can put your name in if you'd like to as well. You'll set your start time and date. So let's say it's going to be Thursday and it'll be tomorrow, let's say at 2 o'clock. You just click onto it and you can change AM, PM, set your time limit on here. Now, if you're not paying the version of it, using the paying version, this will probably be set to be 40 minutes maximum, and that's fine because we're looking at 30 minutes for our total time for being able to do our discussions for each person. Okay, so we're going to go down here and check the list on some things that we want to change. First off, go ahead and turn off require meeting password. We don't need that, and it'll make it easier for them to be able to go to and answer and get on more quickly. Under video, I would go ahead and turn on host video and participants video, so it'll automatically come up there. On audio, we're going to go ahead and leave it on telephone and computer audio, which will be fine. On the calendar, it doesn't really matter if you're using Outlook or Google. If you want it to come up, you can use that to help send out the invitation too. It doesn't really matter. We can create it a different way too. Under advanced options, we're going to click here, and the last thing that we want to do, we do want to enable the waiting room. That's kind of default on it here. We also want to make sure that we are not recording the meeting. You don't need to go ahead and do any recording on it. That's no problem on that too. So once you've got everything in, double check to make sure your start time, end time for each of the people that you're doing is set and looking good there. I would definitely put your name in there so they'll know who it is when they're getting ready to answer and get started with it there. And then you just click on schedule and it's going to create that schedule for it. It will probably pop up this for being able to send an email. Mine, it popped up and is wanting to send it through Outlook. You'll see it does have a link here. You could copy that link to be able to send, or you could use this to be able to send on it, but you probably don't have Outlook, so I'm not going to show it from there. So we're just going to say no to that. So now I have it scheduled here. You'll see I have that meeting from 2 to 3. And what we want to do is send them the invitation. Okay, if you can either copy the invitation here, you could show the invitation, which is the information that's in here. What I usually do is I go ahead and copy the invitation, okay, and then I would go out to my email, whatever the email program that you're using online. In this case, I'm using Outlook, but it's the same for any of them. You're creating a new email. You'll put in the email address of whoever it is that you're sending it to, put your subject in, and I just paste in this information. Now, the bad thing is that it doesn't send it, at least it doesn't show here as being like a link on it there. So if you want to double check to make sure that it's going to come up correctly, you may want to CC yourself to make sure that it's coming up with the correct information on it. If not, you can also go in, and if you're using one that lets you be able to do HTML, you can just make sure that it's in there where they can be able to click on it with a link. But I think in most cases, if you're using HTML in your email here, it should show up as HTML too. Okay, and so once you've got that in there, you can just click on send. So that's kind of the way that you can go ahead and send that link to them for being able to get access. And so I'm just going to send this to myself so I can see it. And this is like so, and go ahead and send that out here. And we'll give it a second here and I'll check it again. But so you'll send a link to each of the ones that you've signed up for so that you can be able to make sure they can be ready to answer your meeting with it there. So let's take a look and see if it's gotten here yet. Not here yet, but it should come through and you should be able to see it in an HTML format. Trying to see if it's going to come through very quickly. It's not wanting to come through real quickly on it there. But you should be able to get that, and just make sure it's a clickable link so that they can be able to go directly to it. So here's my link, and when I click on it, you'll see there's the HTML link. You can just click on that, and it's going to take them directly to the meeting really quickly and easily. So if you have any questions, just give me a call or email me, and we'll get that set up for tomorrow and on Friday. Talk to y'all later.